friends, welcome back to the Bald Booktuber. My name is Scott. Hopefully you had a chance to see a May wrap-up. We're doing now the June reading plans, TBR if you will. So I'm looking forward to June. Should be a good one. So let's get into it, I guess. I am going to be reading along with Mike over at Mike's Book Reviews the 3-book series, The Shattered Sea. This is by my guy, Joe Abercrombie. I've read absolutely everything in the First Law. If you have seen my top 10 favorite fantasy series video, you know where it falls. Hint, really, really high. I have read the first book in this, Half a King, a long time ago when it was first published. I remember zero about it, so it's as if I'm reading it for the first time. But we'll be reading Half a King, Half the World, and Half a War, kind of all in succession. So I've already started Half a King. I'm maybe 20% in. It won't take me very long to knock that one out, and I don't think it'll take me too long to knock out the other two as well. So I'm hoping that I enjoy it. It's not going to be First Law. I'm not going to like it probably even half as much, but I'm going in with an open mind, and I'm hoping that I do enjoy it. Also, we get a new Sun Eater entry this month, which is always exciting for me. Mr. Christopher Rocchio is putting out Tales of the Sun Eater Volume 2. He put out Volume 1 last year. I believe it was 6 or 7 short stories. This will have 6 short stories. I love Rocchio's short fiction, which is amazing because I don't really enjoy short fiction at all. I don't really get into short stories or novellas. I would always just rather have a full novel. He did release, and I forgot to mention it in last month's wrap-up, but he did release a short story last month in April in conjunction with an anthology that he was an editor of. The Argonauts, I believe, was the name of the story. I liked it, and I'm really looking forward to the new short story entries in this one. The only thing I don't like is that Samuel Roken, one of my absolute favorite narrators on the planet, doesn't do the short stories. So he didn't do the voice acting for Tales Volume 1. He won't be doing it for Tales Volume 2, at least initially. So I'll have to use the voices in my big dumb head, and that's just gonna have to do. So that would be that one. That's under 200 pages, probably about 150-ish pages. As of the recording of this video, that's going to release tomorrow, so I will probably mix that in maybe between book 1 and 2 of Shattered Sea. After that, I've been kind of working my way through this one. It is an audio advanced reader copy of In the Shadow of Lightning by Brian McClellan. I got that off of NetGalley. I read his Powder Mage trilogy maybe 7-ish years ago. It's been a while, and I liked it. I never did read his sequel trilogy, but this is a brand new story, brand new world. From what I can gather so far, it certainly feels a lot like Mistborn, and it feels a lot like Sanderson, who obviously was his teacher. But instead of metal, we've got glass and it having magical properties. So we'll see how it goes. I've only listened to a tiny bit of it so far, but I do have that advanced reader copy, and it does release middle of this month, like the 20th of June or something of that nature. So I need to get that listened to and get that reviewed. Hoping that things pick up a little bit. But so far I've been finding excuses not to listen to it. So hopefully I will find some excuses to listen to it. After that, as has been the custom, on the 19th of this month, we will be jumping into Dark Tower, Book 6. I can't believe we're getting towards the end of Dark Tower. This is Song of Susanna. From my understanding, the King fandom who were waiting for this book in general didn't get along well with it. They didn't like it. I'm interested to see what my feelings are going to be. I know some others that binged the series after all was said and done that seem to like it, which obviously is what I'm doing. So we'll see how that goes. It seems to be one of the shorter entries in the series, so I don't know if that's good or bad. I already know one of the big problems fans have with it, because that part was spoiled to me by King himself on writing his book about the writing process. So I have a good understanding of the things that they didn't enjoy about it, but I don't think that's going to bother me. So we'll see how it goes. After that, or sometime in there, I'm going to be jumping into my next Robert McCammon novel. So I read both Swan Song and Boy's Life in December, right before I made this channel. Two of my very favorite books of last year. McCammon was my favorite new to me author. His writing is incredible. And this particular series, it's the Matthew Corbet series, is one that I listed on my historical fiction series that I want to get to. I believe it's currently 7 books, with more coming. I think he's still continuing to publish in the series. And Corbet, the main character, as I understand it, is kind of a traveling magistrate apprentice. And I believe it's sort of a Salem witch trials type of deal. It's set in late 17th, early 18th century United States, which is a cool setting. And I am super excited to get to this. So we're going to try this first book. I've only bought the first book so far. If I love it, I'm going to get all of it and probably just binge all of it. But we'll see how that goes. I'm super stoked about it. That should be fun. And then I will wrap up the series with Savage Son. This is book 3 of the Terminal List series by Jack Carr. Jack Carr is fantastic. One of my absolute favorite thriller writers. It helps that he is a retired Navy SEAL. He's a legitimate American hero. I had a chance to meet him actually recently. He did a book signing for book 5 in this series, which is called In the Blood. He came to Scottsdale, which is half an hour drive from me, to the Poison Pen bookstore, which is a really cool place that I will definitely be going back to. So super cool guy. He made time for everybody to do autographs and shake hands and all this kind of stuff. He did a talk for about 30 minutes. He talked about his new show that is coming out on Amazon, The Terminal List. It's going to be starting July 1st, so I'm super stoked for that. It's got Chris Pratt in the leading role of James Reese, who is an amazing character. I read books 1 and 2 last year, and I've been wanting to get back to this and just haven't taken the time to do that. So I will be doing that, and time permitting, may even get to book 4, The Devil's Hand, I think it's called, something like that. So yeah, super stoked for that. But yeah, that was just a quick one. Those are my reading plans for June, obviously subject to change. I have a tendency to mix things in and drop things and whatnot, so please tell me about your plans for the month of June. I'm excited to hear what other people are reading as well. Let me know if you are interested in a buddy read of anything I have on here, and we will talk to you next time.